Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing kind of like a guide video or a tricks and tips video. I have no clue what I'm going to name it, but basically today I'm going to be showing you how I personally prefer to do my nose contour for my nose shape and like the way I like it to look after I do the contour. Before we get into this video, please give it a like if you like this sort of tips and tricks video and how to contour and how to like change features of your face, and subscribe to my channel for more. Also, don't forget to add me on my social media to know when the next video of that category is coming, or just simply to chat with me. And then before I start rambling more and more, you guys know it, let's just jump into the video. Now, before I do jump into the nose contouring part of the video, if you want to skip it, I'm gonna leave a timestamp right here on your screen to go straight into it if you don't want to hear about my little bit of rambling that I'm about to do. The reason I really love contouring my nose is because since I was like 13 or 14 years old, I started hating the way that my nose looked. I was thinking back then that to have like a lovely smile, you needed to have the brightest, whitest teeth and like the straightest teeth and no gaps on your teeth and like a tiny little nose that when you smile, it just doesn't like, you know, expand on your face and so on and so on. I was sort of like bullied for my nose back in school. Like everybody was telling me how I have a big nose and how that shows on the pictures. Basically in real life, if you look at me and if you talk to me, you can't see that I really have a big nose, but like if I smile on pictures or if I take like the wrong angle, you can see that like my nose is a little bit bigger than normal. I in no way am saying that my nose is like too big for my face. I don't have a tiny face. I have a quite sizable face. Like I think I have a normal face and that my nose fits my face accordingly. All I'm saying is that since I was very young, I did have a problem with my nose. I was wearing braces on my teeth as well to straighten my teeth. Now they're at the very like nice whitey states that I do like them, but my nose still remains to be big for me. Now, in no means am I saying that big noses are not nice, are not beautiful. This is simply a problem that I have had my whole life that I've wanted to change. Yes, I did want to have cosmetic surgery to change the way my nose looks, but 2 or 3 years ago, since I was introduced to the world of contour, I have completely changed my mind about cosmetic surgery. I feel like you can do everything you want on your face with makeup and it's going to look great on camera and in photography specifically. I know it doesn't look as realistic in real life, but like I said, for me, my problem was the pictures that I was taking that my nose looked big, and with contour I can completely erase the fact that I think my nose looks big. Now again, disclaimer, I am not in whatever way saying that big noses are bad or look bad. I love my nose for what it is and I do love contouring it, and at the end of the day I can just wash it off. Please take this video as like a tips and tricks video and not as in like, oh my god, I hate my nose, I like to change it. No, that's not what I'm saying. I love my nose and I'm going with it in my everyday life, and if I hated it that much I would have already changed it, but I have not. And I am not really planning to, because I love contouring it and I love the way it looks after I contour it, and like I said, it's just makeup. It just comes off at the end of the day. So yeah, let's now go into the contouring part and how I like to do it and guide you through the process. So the first thing that I think is very important is finding the correct contour shade, and I'm pretty sure that when you stumble upon a lot of contouring and how to contour and blah 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 videos, you all know that if you have like a fair complexion, it's better to go with something more grayish. I have stumbled upon loads and loads of contouring shades, but my favorite so far is this one here by Inglot. You can see it's super grayish. I'm going to show you in comparison with like, for example, my bronzer. You can see that the bronzer is much warmer than like this contouring shade is. This is the single shadow. It's an eyeshadow. It's not like meant to be for the face, but you can use any powder anywhere you want. Like powder for your face, you can use it on the eyes, you can use it on your lips, you can use it on your brows, you can literally use it anywhere you freaking want. So this one is meant to be a single eyeshadow. and this one is the shade 357 by Inglot. If anyone is interested, this is the shade I actually like to contour my face with, and this is the shade I really like to contour my nose with. Recently I have been introduced to the world of cream contouring as well, so it is nicer to like cream contour the nose first and then go on top with powder, but I'm just going to show you how to contour the nose with just powder, because I know not everybody likes to cream contour, and using powders is much easier as well, and of course having one product is less expensive than having to buy two products, so we'll go with powders for today. Now the trick is to know what you want your nose to look like and what the shape of your nose already looks like. Now my problem, in quotes always, is that my nose is thin here and then it makes like a big bulb here, so I do like to make this bulby bit like a little bit thinner, and of course my nose is way too long, so I like to shorten it up. So first of all, you need to find what you want to know your nose to look like what the nose shape that you prefer to have. For me, it's a slimmer nose and a shorter nose, and I have like a bulkier nose down here and a longer nose. So let's start this. First of all, my favorite brush to do my nose contour with is this angled brush right here by BH Cosmetics. It's kind of like fluffy but then firm enough for me to be able to do like a very straight line. So let's start. What I like to do always before I like start drawing lines on my face, first of all I'm just going to grab like product and tap it off, and I like to go like this. I like to pull my nose down in a straight line, so I start from kind of like the center of the nose, not high up, not high down, like here, and I start pulling this straight line all the way down my nose, so sort of like this. And I don't like take it all the way straight because that would look fake with the way my nose looks. So I'm just gonna go on the other side and do the same. And I know that this right now looks super intense, but we are going to fix this very soon. This is the way I want my nose to look from the front. I want it to be very straight up, and then I'm going to darken up the bottom of my nose so my nose lifts up. So the more shadow you put to the bottom of the nose, the more the nose gets lifted, and that gives it the illusion of a shorter, slimmer nose. Now what else I like to do, which I think makes a huge difference, is because you're lowering down this part of your nose, your nostrils are still down here. So I do like to shade them as well, kind of like this part of my nose, so it looks like even the nostrils are coming further up. So kind of like this. So now that I do have the main shape that I want my nose to look like, what I do is take the flat side of my brush and I pull my contour line a little bit further down so it doesn't look like a straight line. So I pull it towards the sides of my nose, like so. And you can instantly see that this takes the harshness of the powder instantly away. So I'm just gonna continue and pulling the powder on the sides. Once the powder is pulled, I'm just going to kind of start pulling that contour towards like the top part of my nose. So I'm like taking it further up, because obviously your nose doesn't really start there. I know a lot of people take it up to their brows, but I don't really take it up to my brows. I kind of take it here where my crease starts. So that's usually what I do. I take it right there inside my crease. And I do know that this looks super fake right now, but don't you worry, because I'm about to fix it. Next thing I like to do is take a little precise blending brush. And this is not like a super fluffy blending brush. It's more of a stiff blending brush. This is the 231 Luxie Petite Crease by Zoeva. I live by this brush. I love this brush for nose contouring. It's everything. So what I'm gonna try to do is try to blend out all the lines that I have made on my nose. I'm going to take the tiniest bit of product and start blending the bottom out first, because this is the harshest part on the nose contour. So I really want to blend this out super well. And of course, the edges down here. And then I'm gonna start to blend these edges here. And of course down here, because it was kind of like straight lines, you want to blend this out a little so it looks more like shadows than like lines on your face. By the way, I have not dipped my brush into the product again. I just dipped it once for the starting bit, which is down here, which we placed most of our product at. And then with whatever has been left on my brush, I'm kind of diffusing all of the other lines. This is what you're left with, and in photography that kind of looks believable, but you want to make it as believable as possible in real life as well. Like if you wanted right now to go out, you didn't want people to say, oh my gosh, she has contour on her nose. So what I like to do is go back with my powder brush. This is the brush I use underneath my eyes, and take a little bit of your skin powder, like the one you set your face with or the one you set your eyes with, it doesn't matter. This one is the WetnWild pressed powder in warm light. So I'm just going to take quite a bit of that and press it on top of my nose. And that will sort of, as you can see, diffuse the harshness of my contour. Now I do not put much underneath because I do want that shadow to remain like really strong. But I will put quite a bit on the sides so it looks much more believable. Now of course a nose contour is not complete unless you put some highlight on, and I will show you exactly the way I prefer to do it, because I know a lot of people just take the highlighting brush and go up and down their nose. This is not how my nose looks good. I have tried it, it just doesn't look as good as I like it to look. So I'm gonna show you right now how I like to apply highlighter on my nose. Okay, so on my nose, I'm going to go with the same highlight that I did go on my face. This is the Makeup Revolution Ultra Glow palette, and I'm going to pick this shade right here. It's the shade I do have on my cheekbones as well. So I usually want it to match unless I have a more of a colorful highlight on my cheeks. I don't really like to go with that colorful highlight on my nose because then it just looks fake. I just want to highlight it and make it look slimmer. But this time, because my highlight is on more of the golden champagne side, which is the one I prefer to use on my nose as well, we're gonna use the same. So what I like to do is I like to take a very tiny brush. This is from the same exact set by BH Cosmetics. I will be linking everything I'm using in this video down below. The brushes and the powders and everything I've used on my face will be linked down below. So what I like to do is I like to take quite a bit of highlight, and then I'm gonna go on the top side of my nose. So I'm gonna apply this highlight here, but as you will see, I stop halfway. So I'm starting from here where my nose goes a little bit inside just to bring it up. So this is why we use the highlight, to make the nose look like it's very nice and straight. And then I blend it the tiniest bit with my finger, but I do stop here. I don't go all the way up towards all the way down. This is not how I like my nose to look. This is not how like I imagine it to look. But then I will take more, and what I'm going to do is draw a straight perpendicular line at the tip of my nose. So I'm gonna go like on the tip, but not on my actual tip, because we've drawn the shadow here. I'm going to create a different tip, so that's going to lift my nose up. So up here, you see? So I'm drawing a straight line like so, and I'm creating a different tip of the nose. And then again, I'm just going to take my finger and blend it out. So pretty much now the nose contour is complete, and now you can actually see what a big difference it makes. It doesn't look like I've contoured my nose too much on camera, because on camera it looks much more realistic than in real life. In real life you can actually like tell that I have contoured my nose, but like I said before, my problem is the pictures, and this is how I've been solving it. So I made my nose much shorter and much slimmer, and I highlighted the points where they needed to be lifted up. So that's a new tip of my nose. I created a new tip of my nose, and I also created that bit that goes inside here. I pulled it up by highlighting that point as well. So yeah, that was all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. I hope you liked this tip that I had for nose contour. Again, don't take it in a bad, offensive way. I love my nose, but I also love contouring it and see it change shape and see it how I love seeing it when I take pictures. So I really hope that helped you. Again, every single product and every single brush I used will be linked down below. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did like this tip and if it did help you, and let me know if you did try it out and how it ended up for you. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.